Hey guys, it's Jem, Warrior, and let's address some YouTube pagan challenges, okay? So, there was one just a little bit ago for what does this time of the year mean to you, which is a reoccurring one that we have. And I didn't feel the need to address it because that time of the year isn't, well, this time of the year isn't particularly special to me. Um, I do celebrate Neptunalia, which is the festival of the god Neptune. And of course, we can lump in Poseidon with that if we want to. Um, and so I did celebrate that, and I got myself a new necklace actually, if I can sort it out between all the necklaces that I wear. It's really simple. Trident that I got to help me celebrate Neptunalia just as a gift to myself. And it was right after my birthday. And I really like it. It's very simple, and I like it a lot. I really like it actually. And so it has been added to my Ankh that I always wear. They're a pair now. Because I mix cultures a lot, as I think we all do. So I did celebrate Neptunalia for a week, for 7 days. But I don't celebrate Lammas or Lunessa. That's something I talked about in the Wheel of the Year video we did earlier this year. Because I just never have felt a connection to it, and because I think that, for me, it's absurd to have a harvest, almost autumnal festival or Sabbath at this time of the year for me, because it is still like 90-degree weather and it's super hot. And the only thing the only thing that would be in my Lammas would be watermelons and strawberries, which would work, but I wouldn't definitely have any kind of like apples or anything like that yet. That's just crazy to me. I wouldn't be making, corn dollies and things at this time of the year. It just blows my mind. So, I don't really celebrate it. Never felt that energy. It always felt, if I'm gonna be honest actually, Lammas and Lunessa always had this Christian vibe to me, and I don't know why. It just does. I always associate it with Christianity, but the dark parts of it that I don't like that vibe that I got every time I went to church. For some reason, Lammas holds that for me, and I don't know why, but that is pretty much the main reason why I don't celebrate Lammas and why I feel like I don't connect to it, because it reminds me of going to church as a little kid. But whereas the other Sabbaths don't, it's very strange. So I don't celebrate that. But then we got to the YouTube Pagan Challenge of, I think technically still this week, but it's almost over. But and that is, which tools do you use? Well, I think my answer to that is, which tools do I not use? But also my answer is, I don't use tools. Again, everything with me is very paradoxical and like black and white and gray and polka dotted. So tools. I think when we're starting out, we use a ton of tools. We want to use the tools because that's what's in all the books and that's what we're told to use. So, we use, wow, look at that, I have no tools around me. We use jars a lot to store things. And we might use wands. Of course, I think pretty much we would all use wands in the beginning. So we might use wands. And then, of course, candles and incense. Like here. But for me, I think the most powerful tool in my paganism is just a notebook. Just paper. Being able to write out stuff. And fiction books. Like fantasy novels, like medieval fantasy. Is amazing to me. And video games and movies. Popular culture has been that, and paper has been, and popular culture has been my biggest influences on my path. I would encourage people to not get bogged down in the tool stuff, Don't feel like you have to have this elaborate fancy altar with staves and feathers and animal pieces and candles and crystals and, all that stuff, because you don't need it. I got into paganism when I was 13. And from 13 all the way to 19, I didn't have any tools. Okay? 13 to 19 years old. I had nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. I didn't get any books. I didn't have any books on magic. I didn't have any tarot cards or oracle cards or runes or Ogum. No precious stones. I didn't even have any candles. I wasn't even allowed to have candles. I didn't have any incense. I didn't have anything like that. All I had was my mind. And I think that's where my affinity for being able to write everything came from. Because I did keep several hidden journals and books of shadows, books of mirrors, books of chaos, etc., etc. terms. Writing became amazing. And I started to have to hide my own pagan journaling in fiction. So I would write a lot of like X-Men fan fiction and the Super Friends, like the Justice League. I wrote a lot of Super Friends fan fiction. But I always included these magical characters in it that I would create. And I would just pretty much put myself in those characters and have them talk about the stuff that I couldn't talk about blatantly in my journal. So I had to disguise a lot of my pagan study as a teenager. But yeah, you don't need tools. All you need is your mind and yourself. And the earth. That's all you need, because we're just energy sculptors. That's what magic is. We're just sculpting energy and manifesting our desires, or manifesting, not necessarily our desires always, but manifesting that which we need. We don't always manifest what we want. That's the real hard part, I think. But that's all you need. You don't need to get bogged down in tools. Although, yes, we all have tools, especially later on, I think, in our practice. I think it's important to get comfortable with yourself and your own energy and this instrument, your body, as a tool before moving on to tools outside of yourself. Learn to use yourself first in magic. Learn to connect with yourself, with your own energy. And then I think from there it'll be easier to connect with energy around you, the elemental energies, the spiritual energies, and then move on to tools. Because I think once you have an awareness of energy, how do you detect energy? How do you filter it? Do you smell it? Do you taste it? Do you see it? Do you hear it? Whatever. Once you find your way of interacting with just energy, I think everything else becomes so much easier. Wow, I feel like I was going to have to go on and on and on and be elaborate in this video, but I didn't. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. Tools are there if we want to use them, and they're amazing. They're really amazing, but don't feel like you have to use them. In fact, I would encourage you to not use tools for at least one ritual and see what you do. And don't be scared to just write stuff and to draw and be silly. Okay, I think a lot of people don't journal, at least consistently or at all, because they think, oh, my stuff looks like crap. Like, I write crap. My writing looks like crap. My drawings look like crap. Blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter. Is anyone going to see it besides you? Probably not. So why not just go ahead and write and draw whatever the hell you want? It doesn't matter if it's stupid. Like, I write stories all the time. That's how I got through my teenage years, was writing fiction. And yeah, it was a lot of crap and really cheesy and all that. And a lot of my stuff still is. And you know what? Who cares? No one else reads it. I'm the only person who reads it. So just keep writing. Just keep writing. Keep doodling your little stickman figures, okay? It doesn't matter. Do it because it makes you feel good. All right. That's it, you guys. Peace out. I hope you're well wherever you are. And drop me a line anytime you want to talk, because I'm always here. And I hope that I can do the same to you. Thanks, you guys. Bye.